as we see the number 7 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Liberty Flames. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Flames will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The Ducks offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death. He has speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Terrell. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Ducks are marching down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Terrell. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on first and goal.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants.
Touchdown, Oregon! Reeled it in and just made the house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Liberty Flames offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
Wasting no time taking a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes. And for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's picked off. Still running at the 40. Touchdown flag. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. He's going to fire deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab on the right. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Pocket starts to collapse. Smart move to get down with the slide.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around now, hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and management so much easier on the offense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, Dave. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it, matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Terrell. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. And the D deny them on second and goal. Movement here from the tight end. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Okay.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They marched 72 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. The give to the right. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The Flames are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already
it's just Atlas that's locked up.
Yeah, there's nothing there, baby.
This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw. Snags it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Wants to throw on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 40, there he goes. And he's running in the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Liberty. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create.
Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Number 25. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
He's back to throw on second down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it with Wilson. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now facing a 3rd and long. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day so far there today in Lynchburg. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half.
Hello?
So, you know how I said Zolly was over here yesterday?
Uh-huh.
She knew I had wags. I let her hit it once.
Uh-huh.
Tell me why the first thing she did this morning was hit me up. Hey, can I come by and hit that wags?
No.
Bitch, what? It's like somebody, I have to sleep what I have. I was all the way until tomorrow night. Like, I didn't bring a lot with me. Like I normally do because I had wags. I was like, I'm not being rude. I'm just, yeah, no.
No. Fuck no. Go buy your own.
If you could get your nails done and get your hair cut and
You can buy wax. Exactly.
And they thought about
It's
a
fucking
return. They
hilarious.
thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Touchdown, Oregon! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you could run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Finds his big tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And here comes the offense on second down. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Flames will line up to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. The play action fake. The throw. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And this almost feels like a free play on 2nd and inches. 3 wide receivers to the right. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you've got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to put back pusher passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Wilson on the carry. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the Flames decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Might be looking to run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You've got a 3rd and manageable back up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Tip ball opened up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. Maybe you want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And now on 2nd down for this offense. drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route. By the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what?
Racing to the right. The 40. At the 30. 10.
The ball carrier is the running back.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
They should have their football cards stripped away and never allowed to go inside a stadium again. They're punting in the red zone. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the Mecca.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting...
Just keeps moving. And they swarm him under.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Flames send out the punt unit. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the returner is stopped. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode right.
The expressway is wide open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. A first down for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looking for room at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Well, I think these guys have gone completely mental. They have lost their minds. The punt team is on the field, and they're in the red zone. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, This is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Oregon.
One more play to pad the stats.
42, Spider. 4-2.
Going up top on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation.